So we know during the end of Chapter 2 that there's some pretty messed up shit that goes on with what the ending pretty much is. But I just want to talk about what could be coming up in the future for Chapter 3 and what could we see from it. Hey everyone, I'm Baseball, and today I'm just gonna talk about what we could potentially see from Chapter 3, and I just want to give some ideas and some of just the most logical sense that I've seen people come up with. But hey, if you like Deltarune content, which a lot of people do apparently, and if you just like Xbox content or just platformers in general, consider subscribing. This is what I usually talk about. But other than that, let's just get right to it. So basically we have the whole theming of the general idea of what could the next sort of dark world be, since first was sort of like a card game sort of a thing, and second was obviously like sort of a futuristic cyber world, and third everyone's saying Western, and I feel like that's probably the right choice. I say that like questionably because you don't really know what Toby Fox is going to do. His mind is unpredictable and you don't know where he's going to go next, and something could just be around the corner of it just being the most randomest thing possible, or it just could be like all of us is expecting a certain world because that's just what theming is going off of, but he could just pull a whole 180 and turn it somewhere else. But going back on the topic of themes, it just makes the most sense to me that I want to say that the Western idea kind of just makes the most sense, and people are kind of figuring it out on where the direction's going and how it's going to be going in that direction. It's based off the classmates and their theming, so basically that's something to do with like, oh, this classmate is just big in the computers, or this classmate's big in the Western, so that's what they're going to try to like, you know, theme it based on. And they don't even have to use the classmates. The classmates are just there because they're just there. They can use people from the city too. Like, for example, they can just use Sands because why not? They can. Or they can use the cop. Like, the possibilities are just endless with what they can do. But the main question is, how far can they go on with the story for? I mean, he did say 6-7 chapters. It makes sense. It's a good amount of time and what they can make with it. But I mean, it basically makes the most sense to probably just have the next 2 chapters basically be the same thing of what chapter 2 was, and then maybe the 5th chapter can be like the final chapter of like the dark world thing where they can like seal up the last one, and then people are just predicting that the last 2 chapters are probably going to be like the end goal of like the story and whatnot. That's why I said in one of my last videos, I do not think we're going to be seeing chapter 3 for quite a bit. At most maybe next year or the year after, because he has a whole team now, he has a lot of people to work on it. The basic problem is just figuring out where to go next and where you want the story to end at. I mean, hey, he has loads of ideas, which is just amazing in general. Like, I can't wait to see where all this goes next, and I cannot wait to see what the next chapter has in store for us. I want to know what you guys think about all this, because I genuinely want to see people like speculate like what they think is going to come, because I just want to see people's ideas and people's like theories or speculation of like what's to come in the next couple of years. Because we all know that it's going to be quite a bit till the whole, you know, game comes out. But it's always fun to see what people come up with, and it's always fun to just talk to them about it. But if you did like today's video, I guess like the video or subscribe, since I'm getting close to that 100 sub mark, and you guys have just been amazing to me, so I really appreciate it. And yeah, I'm out. See ya.